Andy's back. I don't really.
Where y'all running?
10 and 10.
Rest 30 seconds, and then you're going to be on your own after the clock starts. After you do the Bulgarian, you're going to rest 30 seconds. Then you're going to do your jumping lunges, and you're going to rest 2 minutes. Okay?
4 times.
Going in 10.
Wednesday, I was in the middle of briefing. She asked a question, like, in the middle of meeting. And I was like, I looked at her and I said, I will get to that, just wait a minute.
It wasn't even a good question. She asked. I'll tell her. I don't care. I told her, the question was, can I scale? Like, of course you can scale. No one's ever told you can't scale.
Thanks, Cole. I have PTSD.
That's one of the funniest moments I've ever had.
Or a scaling question, I guess.
That was my most uncomfortable moment.
What?
That Cole comes up.
Oh, yeah.
Starts like massaging my neck. You look tight, hunched over.
In front of the whole class, he's coaching. He's like, he starts talking about something. It's like,
You're talking about something. She said, oh. She said, yeah.
and I'm just watching, like, in my head, I'm dying.
Please don't touch me, yo.
Oh, Nicole.
Oh, I can't do my.
I need you to edit the sound out.
Nobody watches my YouTube. Promise you.
Most of the people who watch are in this.
Right. Nobody watches here.
I'm not asking what we're supposed to be doing, but I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Rest. Resting for 30 seconds before you do it.
Rest for 30 seconds. And then
Holding a dumbbell ain't resting.
10 jumping squats. And rest for 2 minutes.
Oh.
Have you ever gotten anybody in trouble on that thing?
Myself?
Yes?
I guess.
He's got anybody in trouble with that?
Nobody watches the whole thing, really. Or even listens. I don't know. I'm the only one that watches.
There was a day that during the strength, it was just a bunch of guys. It was a
Oh, yeah.
inappropriate conversation.
Oh, yes. No, but I shared that on my Instagram.
If the right person heard, I'd probably get some trouble.
No. It was when.
There was a risque topic being discussed.
No.
And it's like somebody finally goes, Mario's a mic on. Right. Oh, yeah. Crap.
Was that when we were talking about? Not wiener swinging. Was that the wiener swinging one?
I don't know.
There was one where Christine was saying, y'all are just swinging your wieners. And then Wayne.
Mic'd up on that one.
No, but we got it on audio.
That was.
And then Wayne made it a thing, like, if you got a wiener, swing it. So I got Gavin saying that.
For like a month after that, Emmerich was talking about
Yeah.
Swinging wieners.
Swinging wieners. If you got a wiener, wiener, swing it.
One of the best classes ever. Because you guys are just swinging your wieners. We were all like.
Mario, you were recording in those days, were you?
Yeah, but just I didn't have the mic. But yeah, it was just the phone. Because I have it on video. And I have Wayne saying, if you got a wiener, swing it.
That was the time.
That was one of the better ones. That and Christine.
That's when she's trying to take
drawing
the
the
RX.
sack.
That's when Christine
They were all
made the
just
mission to
sitting
take
there
RX away.
snickering as she's drawing. She's like,
But I understand her perspective was she's taking RX away because you need to prioritize meeting the stimulus, which I agree. You need to prioritize meeting the stimulus and then build your fitness to where you can RX. But you don't build your fitness.
Take that away from everybody else just because other people can't get it.
I think she was
Well,
mainly
because-
talking to Wayne night.
Maybe. No, it wasn't just Wayne. There's a lot of people she was talking to.
Every one of us are not at home in our garages or our porches or whatever right now. Just
Because-
come in here for a group
Comparison, yeah. No, I agree.
then I hold you and push you to
Yeah.
something more than what you're You're gonna do what you're on.
But if you prioritize RX over intended stimulus, like what I may do today with the wall balls and the fan, you end up doing 27, 21 and barely getting to 15, and then my intended stimulus, potentially, I don't know, my intended stimulus is not even close to what it should have been. Now, am I less fit because of it? No, but if I get an injury or something because of it, I can only blame myself. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. I like to have that conversation.
Maybe we should have a podcast. Mario can host all of them.
Yeah.
And that way we can all just argue.
Because if you think about
me and Mario arguing.
yeah, because if you think about the Open is only concerned about RX. Is primarily concerned about RX. The Open is that.
Mario arguing.
But I don't know if that should be what you do all year.
Yeah, I think you should be a host and Ted should be a host.
Oh God.
Get both ends of the spectrum, baby.
The standard is the standard.
Sure, I like standards, but that doesn't mean.
I do.
And if you can't meet the standard, you need to do whatever it takes to meet the standard.
Whatever it takes to meet the standard and the stimulus, or where does stimulus fall in that?
The stimulus is part of the standard.
Well, if that's the case, I'm done after this round.
Yeah, right.
So that I don't have to do the work.
No way, Jose.
Just kidding. I know I can't get away with that with you.
There are people
Gosh,
who are just
I need lighter dumbbells.
incapable.
Right.
That's fine.
I think I need lighter dumbbells.
Who are at the beginning of their journeys. That's fine. There are also people who don't believe they can do things because they've had this
We're all. Yeah.
mentality their whole lives. Like, oh, that's pretty difficult. I've never done difficult things. I can't push this.
What about the class of people who
You're not talking to me.
Let me.
like, you haven't included me in this conversation yet. The class of people who used to be able to do these things can no longer do it.
That's a different thing.
But part of that is because
Guarding and protecting is.
part of that is because I guess I was swinging my wiener. Now I'm dealing with consequences.
Wiener swinging consequences.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Here I am, with my stupid dad.
I'm going to make a broad, general statement
Oof.
that
Ouch.
I don't care. I will not argue with anybody. I don't think anybody can ever give me an intelligible argument or rebuttal.
I will.
Just to try to do it.
That's right.
It's up for you to argue.
That doesn't count either.
So tell me.
But I think that the single biggest flaw, especially here over the last 14 years, and I think that if anybody's had any injuries based off of workouts done here, it's because there's been a very, very poor attention to stretching post-workout.
I would use the word mobility instead of stretching, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that there's difference in stretching and mobility.
Right. Yeah, there is.
Maybe, but I think right.
It's,
I think mobility is a separate.
but I think it's.
Done on its own, but right after workouts, we do not do like the cool down. Our muscles start getting tight, and then it would take a whole other mobility class to work that tightness out. So I'm not but it's like
But I think.
you should spend as much time stretching as you do working out.
But I think mobility is more important because mobility, that word, from what I understand, encompasses stretching and strength through the stretched range of motion. So I think.
The older I get, the more I realize that is true.
So I'm not trying to disagree with you. Wait, the mic's over here. I'm not trying to disagree with you completely. I'm just trying to say that strength through a full range of motion is a higher priority than just the range of motion. If you do just the range of motion, but you're not strengthening.
I 100% agree that strength through the position.
Yes.
And not just
Through the position and/or range of motion of the position.
Correct.
Yeah.
correct.
Because I say that because I can stretch all day, but if I'm not focusing on the strength on that range of motion, then it doesn't really help me.
Keep that forward lean. We're accentuating. Thank me after the 27 wall ball.
I don't know about those broken.
Yeah, that's right.
Try.
Don't
No.
put the ball down. Everybody in here
I
can
just
do
think it's
that.
gonna take me like 6 minutes to get 27 calories.
Yeah, now that's gonna suck. But that's what I'm saying. Push through that lactic wall. You're gonna feel that lactic acid build up. That's what I want you to work through. You get back to the bike, that's gonna be even slower than 21. But I think that 21 may break that lactic acid up a little bit. So what is this build? Big quads, not this is a strength builder. That's like
An Instagram booty builder, isn't it? That what all Instagram
Yep.
models do? What Josh was doing earlier.
I think
What?
the glute bridges,
Yeah.
hip thrust.
No,
when you
I
have
think these
when you
girls,
have
they
tight
put
hip
that on
flexors,
there
man,
because
you gotta
they
do whatever
do
you gotta do.
Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I got a 10-pound weight.
I
Look
think,
at this. And they got this big bubble butt. Nah, that's so
Honestly, but honestly, what you're saying is the other piece of it that we focus on is like CrossFit as a whole has begun to program to make coaching people better at the sport of CrossFit,
Which is a mistake.
which is a mistake.
I agree.
And not the way it was meant to be
Right.
programmed.
Which is to help you improve in other areas of sport.
Right.
functional life.
I agree.
I told Randy the other day, it was telltale to me. Rob Orlando died. Yeah. He got cancer. Died. Look at, he was like CrossFit's original strongman.
Yep.
He did a lot of Atlas Stone stuff.
Yeah.
And the
He
trick
was a
is,
strong dude.
I had him over there to do like a, it was like 275, maybe a 275 snatch, or
Clean and jerk, probably, yeah.
The highest barbell I thought I saw him do was like 305. That was his strongman. That would not get him to a regional
Yeah.
now.
But, I mean,
But he looked like a real strongman, not a performance enhanced version of some athlete.
He,
I hate that we like
yeah.
sport of CrossFit's great, but for like the normal person, the problem is we prioritize being good at CrossFit instead of being
A better runner,
sound and like
a better, yeah.
yeah. And that's what leads to HWO. Like it's just a mixed bag.
Yeah.
And there is no intention behind it. And they
Well,
talk
they'll do
about
repeats.
intention, but you look at it, you're like,
I don't program for intention,
No, they
but they
don't.
just talk about it.
they talk about it.
There's not a lot of repeats.
We're in the middle of a cycle. I'm like, what
We know
cycle
no
are we in the
benchmarks,
middle?
no repeats, no, nothing like that.
So that's what I was talking
Yeah.
to the guys yesterday. Like looking at my notes. And there's sometimes lost here, we feel like you can just make up something. But he always had like a general
Oh,
idea what the weight was gonna. He
by
had his
the-
notebook.
we were in the middle of cycles, but it was like the third time we had done a version of
Is this-
Fran.
is this set number 4?
We're like, oh,
This is
I
set
see
number
what
4,
he's
right?
doing now. We're doing Fran every Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'd actually do Fran.
Right.
But you could see progress in that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, that's building mobility. That's building capacity
Yes.
to do something.
I see.
It's not just doing it. It's not doing Helen and Isabel when you haven't
That
really
was
worked
fun,
on
though.
those movements.
Maybe we should
That
ask
was fun.
Walter if he still has all his,
I got them all.
oh, put him in. Tell Brent you're gonna,
But that's what Hero Month was last year.
yeah.
That's what I said. I want you to repeat it so we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what y'all saw the Savannah. It's like, no, Savannah, I intentionally each week was building up from her.
Yeah.
You don't want to crush everybody with 5 hard workouts.
Correct.
It's a great balance of science.
Again, it's hard to do this programming if you're not working on some of this stuff. And it just feels like, when you throw, again, like Wednesday's workout, you're doing Isabel, and haven't really done snatches. So that like, and I can't, on a workout like that, I can't spend time with a newer athlete trying to teach them how to properly do a snatch.
For them to
that
do
workout.
for them to do 30 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it because
His snatch.
I
You
got
talking about
notebooks to show, like, especially when I first started.
Francisco's snatches?
You will see a time for a workout, and then do it again. Next time it's cut it down.
Yeah.
And then you see that time gets put on. It's not as much. You see that incremental. Our guys don't get to see that. They don't see like we don't
Redo workouts.
improvements. That's tough. You don't want to get down.
I don't know that our, like, I mean, I think there's people that are improving, but I don't know as a whole that our gym is better athletes today because we do this program.
Well, you're not pushing anybody.
But I think sometimes though, I think sometimes that comes down to consistency as well. So it's not as simple as programming sometimes.
Oh, I get it. You're right.
Sometimes. But I don't
the
disagree.
programming would be a
Conversation
piece of
is-
that.
Yeah, I agree.
Mario.
All right.
The only part you have to unmute is when Josh says
I agree.
and then you can edit that and you can stick it in any video. That you say. I agree with you.
It doesn't matter, right?
I'm
Body
going to
and
regret that one.
coaches is not the only ones who care about it, but we talked about it.
More.
And
Oh,
this
yeah.
is where and I'm not knocking others,
I will.
but coaching, we have to bring value to our clients
Yes.
in these classes. And
Otherwise, why are we here?
but
mean-
I think having open gym times
Hurts. It
almost
hurts.
puts the mentality of
Yeah.
I don't understand I understand having work on certain things, but I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose of like
Yeah.
I started CrossFit because I wanted a coach to like help me and like
If you start CrossFit without wanting a coach, then you're making a grave mistake.
yeah.
I would say that. I would say probably open gym. Most CrossFit, we've been here 10, 15 years come, or is there a lot of new people coming in?
we have probably none of the first.
And scene.